today, our highly distinguished guest speakers will address the major trends, the challenges and opportunities confronting investors and issuers in the region's debt market.
On the supply side, the scale of corporates in this region has grown substantially given the rise in income. But at the same time as the growth of scale, we do see that the demand for financing options continue to grow.
Asia US dollar bond market at the end of last year, market value was about $550 billion. That number was just 140 5 years ago.
How do you see this relatively healthy US economy and the conversely struggling Eurozone impacting flows going forward into the Asian bond market?
And if the US consumer does have the capacity to inject an increased demand at the global level, then inevitably we will see interest rates rise.
Well, it's a very interesting conference where I get to meet a lot of issuers, investors, intermediaries, old friends in the market, and I'm glad to see this event is as popular as ever.
The longer term, I think it is very clear that although Asia has grown in terms of importance in the global economy and in terms of global trade, in financial market terms, and particularly in terms of local bond market development, it still has a long way to go.
But the growth rate of Asia certainly outpaces the growth rate of those other markets. And so over time you will see Asia becoming a bigger and bigger component of the overall bond issuances.
Everybody sings and dances and cheers every time a central bank announces either an interest rate cut or quantitative easing. Stop it. Stop it because you don't know what you're doing.
I find it very good. The topics have been very relevant to the market. We've had a great turnout today. I'm impressed that there are so many impressive speakers.
And in general, we see the governments in Asia Pacific are more supportive of the banks.
However, I think the reason that Thailand still can survive and sustain the economic growth and profit growth is partly, and more important part, is because of the actions from both the corporate side and also the banking side.
There's been a lot of question about whether TLAC that will happen in Asia. I think it's premature in Asia.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share what we believe is going to be the fate of the RMB, likely to become the fifth SDR basket currency, maybe as soon as 2015.
The rise of the RMB is going to be the most important event in financial markets in the 21st century.
The market expected us to go into US dollars, but we chose renminbi because of the potential market that is involved.
And whilst Hong Kong was and still is the biggest clearing center for trade settlement of RMB, there was a lot in the system, but those who wanted to find a meaningful return didn't have a great deal of investment suite for that.
The agenda is great and very distinguished speaker, good insight. So I really enjoy the UN, and I would say that this is one of the UN that will help everyone in planning for either corporate or personal activities going forward in the year.